All, I'm Divya Tejwani, a law student from University of Birmingham. First and foremost, a big thank you to the University of Birmingham and American School of Studies for the opportunity. Today, at the Fourth American International Conference on American Legal, Political, Philosophical, and Economic Thought, following the summer school, I'll be presenting on world peace and Pax Americana. Although half the population on Earth believes in world peace, but today, they do not know how to establish it, while the other half denies the possibility of it. World peace could be optimal manner in which humankind can coexist or may ever do so in the coming future. I intend to draw some light to Pax Americana period in world history, where America has the responsibility of keeping American peace and policing nations in maintaining world peace. Pax Americana intended to establish world peace by promoting liberalism through democracy. Now, it is crucial to balance between liberalism stemming from a desire to bring about equality amongst populace and influential groups disintegrating society into dysfunctional blocks to assert dominance over them. Because when liberalism goes awry, dysfunctional blocks of populace is one of the prices to pay for it among significant others. As equality in liberalism means treating all nations equal, their economic, social, governmental models would also be treated alike, putting them in a position to assert dominance if required by their functional models. It becomes easy to assert your opinion and beliefs upon others, as humankind witnessed during the Nazi and apartheid era. As a result, questioning the very need for democracy to thrive as a nation. Now, the advent of Pax Americana, as Merriam-Webster put it, describes it as American peace, began with the period of relative tranquility from circa 1945, post the Second World War, lasting to the present day in the regions to which the power of America was extended. Although Pax Americana was a mirror where the American populace saw themselves safeguarding liberal peace in the Western world, where alone existed a broad basis for a new passionate sense of brotherhood and a new scale for human values, expressing a deep abhorrence of war for war's sake, and a strong faith in the principle of self-government. America did not care to dominate. The idealism of Americans was centered in the future of America, wherein they hoped to work out those principles of liberty and democracy towards which their commitment was claimed. Now, this political liberalism, this strain of pacifism, abstinence from aggression, and desire to be left alone to work out their own destiny has been manifest from the birth of the Republic, a democratic mindset, to which American writer Roland Huggins asserted they had not always followed their light, but they had never been utterly faithless to it. Rather, it would suffice to say Pax Americana was the peace enforced on the world by American weapons of war, as claimed by John Kennedy in his commencement address at American University of Washington. Clearly, they did not always swear their allegiance to the light of peace. Liberalism, as Keohane puts it, endorses open international political economy based on state sovereignty, incentivizing international corporations, and internally working to promote peace, prioritizing these aims over ulterior motives. However, in modern America, influential groups were disintegrating society into dysfunctional blocks to assert dominance over them. Although the aim was to bring about equality through asserting world peace in the Western Hemisphere, the locus of power and wealth was shifting. And this shift made liberalism awry. It made liberalism in the long run unstable. The transactions following corruption in the international distribution of power produce not only novel hierarchies, but also novel brands and bands of international order that rest on social and ideological proclivities of new powerful states in the system. Now, the main causes of general liberalism trend were modernization and liberal idealism, assisted with the New Deal alignment and the institutional leadership. The main countervailing forces to liberalism were found to be stagflation, taxation levels, and crimes. Because of weakening of general and specific causes of liberalism and the strengthening of counteracting conservative trends, general liberalism has been slowed, stopped, and to a limited degree reversed as well during the 70s, which explains the development of feminist theories and the emergence of critical race theory to prevent aversion of civil rights movements. As for the immediate future, the outlook is for the continued period of liberal dormancy. Since, however, cohort effects are still generally in the liberal direction, and the basic underlying forces behind liberalism still do exist, there is no clear indication of a general conservative trend that would roll back to the bulk of liberal attitude change achieved during the last 40 years, that is the 4 decades. A lot of work needs to be done to achieve the levels of liberalism that pursue world peace without unconsciously sabotaging the people of the world. Peace, as John Kennedy put it, genuine peace, the kind of peace that makes it life on earth worth living, the kind that enables men and nations to grow and to hope and to build together for a better life or their children. Not merely peace for one nation, not merely peace in our time, but peace for all time. I too believe the problems largely are man-made, that we are living and breathing in the time of war. The war waged against the negativity and distrust we carry towards the fellow human beings due to dysfunctional mindsets we are made to possess. However, that does not make it impossible to believe in the idea of peaceful and prosperous world for humankind, if only we do believe. Thank you for your valuable time and patience. If you have any questions, I'm open to them.